York was built on two rivers, the Ouse and the Foss, and the rivers run through the city. Ouse means clean water. Yeah, the word Ouse is Anglo-Saxon, it means clean water. In fact, the water isn't so clean now. I wouldn't recommend swimming in it. York is a very safe city. Yeah? The biggest crime is bicycle theft. It's a very safe place to go. Okay? The only problem is people drinking too much alcohol sometimes fall in the river. But that's usually British people, so don't worry. Okay? Yeah? Does anyone know who this is? Changing the theme slightly. Ah, this is a difficult one. He's an English writer who you may not have heard of. His name was E.M. Forster. E.M. Forster. Has anyone heard of E.M. Forster? No? And in 1910, he wrote novels about connecting. And this was the phrase that he said, only connect. In 1910, he thought the world was becoming less connected because they were inventing trains, people were traveling all over the world, the world was getting smaller, sorry, the world was getting smaller, so he decided, he believed that the world was not as well connected. And he came out with this phrase, only connect, okay? One of the reasons was that the British were going to India, yeah, and had a colony in England, and he wrote a book called The Passage to India about the differences between Indians and British people and the fact that they didn't understand each other because of differences in culture and religion. Okay? Only connect was his solution to this. That means the only thing you have to do is connect with other people. But actually, connecting with other people isn't always that easy. Yeah? My daughter, who's 15 years old, connects with hundreds of people every day. But maybe not in the way that I think she should. Yeah? Because she's like on her mobile phone constantly. And sometimes I feel like saying, only disconnect. Yeah? Only disconnect. Please. So, only connecting isn't just connecting, but how you connect with people. That is very important. And E.M. Forster wrote a book about a futuristic world. And he wrote this in 1910. Yeah? And in the book, people lived in small rooms. And they didn't go anywhere. Yeah? They lived in small rooms and they communicated using some kind of telephone internet device. And they could see each other on screens. The book is called The Machine Stops. It's very interesting. Yeah? People lived in small rooms under the ground. They never went outside. Okay? They never go outside because they think that direct experience is not good. Yeah? So they just share ideas in their little rooms. And he was predicting this in 1910. Yeah? A long time ago. And one of the things that I think is a danger is that when people connect via the internet, they don't always really connect with other human beings. And that was his message in 1910. Yeah, the dangers of connecting, but not in reality. So one of the messages I want to give to you today is explore the world, see the world. Yeah, for me it's one of the most important things, to explore the world. Can anyone tell me who wrote this?
Donald Trump.
Very good, Donald Trump. Yeah? Donald Trump wrote this. What is this?
I think it's one of his tweets.
It's a tweet. Yeah, good. It's a tweet. Yeah? Who do you think he was writing it to?
Kim Jong.
Good.
The leader of North Korea.
The leader of North Korea. But do you think was he really writing, was this tweet aimed at the leader of North Korea?
I think not.
Who do you think he aimed it at? Who do you think he really wanted the tweet? Who did he want to see the tweet?
Maybe he just wanted to vent.
Maybe he wanted to vent. Yeah, good. Maybe he wanted to vent his feelings. Yeah. Yeah, good. But do you think venting his feelings on Twitter is a good idea?
Not really. Thousands of people can see what he's saying.
Good. So, do you think he directed this at anybody else? Apart from the leader of North Korea? Who else was he wanting to direct this to?
He wanted to share it with millions of people.
Millions of people, good. Which people?
All over the world.
All over the world. Maybe the American people. Yeah? So this is aimed at lots of different people.
I think not only for Americans.
Who else?
For anything.
Anybody. And what message was he trying to give?
He tried to be his friend, but Kim Jong-un just was unkind to him and unfriendly.
Yeah.
So it wasn't Trump's fault.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, this is about communication and how we communicate. Yeah? Now you live in a generation where you send tweets and texts. Yeah? And have you got Facebook, yeah? My daughter used some Snapchat. Do you use Snapchat here?
Of course.
Oh, no. Yeah? God, so Snapchat, my daughter is constantly on Snapchat. And I'm sure everybody says this to you, be careful what you put on these devices, because the way you communicate has changed. Things that you write stay on there. Yeah, they're recorded. So how you communicate is more and more important. This is one of the areas that we study. If you come to York, you can study one of these areas, which is called intercultural communication. And this is about your values and beliefs and underlying your behavior. Okay? For example, I asked a Russian lecturer, here's a question. Do you think a man should open a door for a woman? You think a man should open a door for a woman? Does anyone disagree with that? Why? Do you mind saying?
Because it's just a standard, it's tradition.
It's just a tradition, yeah? Yeah. So you question the tradition, maybe, yeah? On the last course that we had, when some teachers came from RUDN in November, we had a lecturer, and he said when he was in Denmark, he opened a door for a woman, and she got really offended and she shouted at him, yeah? And she said, why are you doing this? Yeah? And he couldn't understand this. Yeah? His behaviour of opening the door for a woman was because of his underlying beliefs. Yeah? He believes, what does he believe?
It's necessary to open the door for a woman.
Why is it necessary? Why should men open doors for women? Are men stronger than women? Are women so weak that they can't open a door?
Probably he wanted to show his respect for a woman.
He wanted to show his respect for a woman. Yeah?
And also
it's a tradition, good. But that's a good one. He wanted to show his respect for the woman. So he thought he was showing his respect to the woman. The woman thought he was showing disrespect. Why did she? So that behaviour, opening the door, results from underlying beliefs. Your beliefs lead to your behaviour. Yeah. So, and on the course, we ask students to question their beliefs. Okay. And you may study this. There's someone called Hofstede who had different areas. Okay. And he looked at different countries and the way they behave and their beliefs. And he studied the different countries, and he says that different countries have different beliefs in these areas. For example, in some countries, the people at the top are very important. So the directors, the presidents, the kings are very important, and the people at the bottom are not important, and it's difficult to move up in society. Yeah? Or some countries, the individual is very important. An individual can succeed if they work very hard. Whereas some societies, the team, the group, the family is more important. Society, they work together. Okay? What do you think? If we took Russia and the UK, think about Russia and the UK. Okay? If the maximum is 100 and the minimum is 0, what about, let's say, individualism versus collectivism? What do you think the score would be for the UK?
Somewhere along the lines of 80s or 90s.
Individualism 80s or 90s, yeah? And Russia?
Depends.
It depends on what? Hmm?
Capital and as well cities.
Ah, okay.
It
depends on where. It depends on the region. Okay. Do you think it's possible to generalize for the whole country?
No.
Really? Okay. Okay, interesting question. This is what this man said. No, actually, this isn't Russia, okay? This is the United States and North Korea, okay? So one of the things that is the differences between people can change the way you communicate and the different ways that people communicate. And you have to bear that in mind, okay? There's Russia and the United Kingdom, okay? So you see Russia scores, according to this, you show a lot of respect for your leaders, for your managers, and it's difficult to move up, yeah? But according to this, you are very collective. You work together as a team very well, yeah? There's less competition. In the UK, people are more competitive. They want to get to the top, okay? According to this, UK is more masculine society. Masculinity means that men are expected to be more competitive, to be stronger. I'm not sure. Do you believe this? I'm not sure. Are Russian men very masculine? Do they believe that the man has to be the leader?
Yes.
Okay, maybe. But like you say, it depends on different regions. Okay? So, communication also depends on your cultural background. And when you study the different ways people communicate, you have to understand their background. And I'm not sure if we look at this tweet, yeah? There's probably not much understanding between different cultural dimensions. Actually, in some countries, some people consider it more attractive to look fatter, for example. Yeah. So I'm going to go through to the next slide here. One of the things that we talk about and that I teach is also globalization and internationalization. Do you know what the difference is between, what do you think the difference is between globalization and internationalization? Okay, I want you to talk to each other, yeah, in pair, 2s or 3s, okay? Because you're in Russia, you can speak in Russian if you want to, okay? For 2 minutes, I want you to try and work out what is the difference between globalization and internationalization. Yeah? Please don't talk about something completely different. What's the difference?
When the globalization is globalization.
Discuss it with him first. Okay, any answers? It's 6-3 to the apples at the moment.
We want to answer.
Okay, yeah?
Lead guy.
An example of globalization would be when companies are outsourced to other countries.
Mhm.
When we talk about internationalization, it means basically refers to people and culture.
Okay.
It's probably
The world, they just mixed in their countries, so they leave their country and go to another one, and then they just
connect with other
Yes.
people
Good, okay,
and
yes,
change
so-
their cultures.
Yeah.
Globalization is more about different businesses having the same international influence.
Yeah. So it's connect. This one is connected more to business. Anything else is connected to? Which one is? Are they both good things, or is one a good, bad thing?
Globalization is bad and globalization is good.
Ah, right. That's interesting. Globalization is bad. Internationalization is good.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, I think you're probably why.
Because
All
globalization
variants has
is-
its...
But
It's when all the worlds become, I don't know, it's like similar. All countries are similar to each other. They don't have their own culture, and everything is very similar to each other. And
Yeah, it's difficult, yeah.
when we just teach to I don't know, to have contact with each other.
yes.
To work
Okay.
together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I like.
I think so.
Good.
I know.
How do you say internationalization in Russian? Internationalizacja. Okay. Internationalizacja.
In my opinion, both variants has its own pros and cons.
Could have pros and cons, yeah? So, well, globalization could be positive or negative. It depends on your viewpoint. But I think your answer kind of shows the difference in meaning in many ways. That globalization can be seen as something also that it's difficult to control. Yeah? In education, internationalization is something that you have to try to manage. And some people would say, globalization is the flow of technology, economy, knowledge, people, values across borders. It affects each country in a different way due to a nation's individual history. So it affects you. Globalization happens. Yeah? It's difficult to do anything about. Internationalization, when we talk about education, is one of the ways a country responds to the impact of globalization, but respects the individuality of the nation. Yeah? So, in education, some people say that internationalization is the way you manage globalization. Okay, and this is something we also train people up to do, is how to internationalize their university. In RUDN, what do you do to internationalize your university? What kind of things do you do to appeal to different nationalities?
We have part of this event. We are part of this event.
This event now, for example. Okay, you're part of this event. Good. Do you do anything else?
Yes, festivals, so many festivals that every year society, we have lots of society from
Good. Yeah.
people from different countries can
Good.
show their country.
Yes. Okay, so that's internationalization, the way you're managing the country. Okay, what are the drivers? What causes internationalization?
Economy,
Technological advances.
Wow, you're good. Well, let's have some bananas, please. Whoa, this one's difficult. Expectations of a global
leaders,
experience. Expectation.
Yeah, I can't remember. Well, I'll come back to this one. Increasing
Diverse
student
population.
high
Expectations from
Employers.
skills. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Expectations of a global learning experience.
Yeah, we did it.
So, universities are realizing that they have to internationalize their universities because of increased competition. Okay, because they want to, I mean, one of the basic things is they have to attract people from all over the world. Yeah, because the world is getting smaller, people are traveling, people are going to other countries to get their education. But also because their populations are becoming more diverse. This one is crucial. There are high expectations for employers for global skills. Okay? And these are the things we do at our university. I'm going to run through this because this is probably less relevant to you. As students, I think your English is really good. So language skills, you're sorted, aren't you? Yeah? But one of the things that we stress is travelling is more than just language skills. Travelling is about personal development, employability. Personal development, when you travel to different cultures, every time you meet a different culture, you have a different experience. Okay? And employers are looking for the kind of skills that you get from travelling abroad. This is in the UK. I don't know if it's the same in Russia. No, sorry. This is not the same in Russia, I'm sure. This is definitely the UK. Yeah? We are bad language learners. Yeah? We are bad language learners. Why are we bad language learners? Because we speak English, yeah? And also, any other reasons? Because we're an island. Yeah? And our behaviour is slightly insular. We don't look out, we tend to look inwards. Yeah? Except York. Okay? It's true. It's true, isn't it, Sergey? Yeah? York people are very friendly, yeah? Yeah, you see, he said it. In England, people who travel abroad get better quality degrees, they get higher scores, they earn better. There's been research that has proved this. I don't know if it's the same in Russia. It could be. Okay, and there's statistics. Again, this is in the UK. And this was research about the kind of skills that employers are looking for. They are looking for these skills. Okay? Now, if you look at the ones in bold, these are the ones that you get from travelling abroad. For me, this is very important. Flexibility, being able to change. If you go to any business, any company, they want students to be, they want workers to be flexible. You have to be able to change quickly. And especially in this modern world where everything is very fast. Yeah? When you start working, you will realise how you have to be able to change. You have to be flexible with enthusiasm. Okay? Employers expect people to change very quickly. So the other things, but other areas that you'll get from going abroad, non-judgmental towards other worldviews. For me, that is really important as well, being open, understanding other people from other places, and the fact that people do things in different ways, and it doesn't mean they're wrong or right. Okay? You will find that the more people you meet from around the world, the more you realise that people are different, and there's an underlying reason for it. These are quotes from our students. Well, some long words there. Wow. Fostering. Ooh, fostering. What does fostering mean? To foster. To spread, but also...
To make a good condition
to cultivate, to grow. Yeah. You foster children, you help them to grow. Yeah, to foster. Ooh, and those are all benefits for universities. Okay, just to show you this really quickly. This is like marketing. So, but at our university, and you may have something here, you have opportunities for students who are going abroad. So do you have opportunities to go to other countries? Yeah, which countries can you go to?
Any.
United Kingdom, of course. France.
Japan.
Japan, okay. China, wow. Spain, okay. So you have opportunities to go to all those countries. And at our university, we try to. British students are really bad at going abroad. Yeah, they don't want to learn other languages. They're terrible. Yeah, they want to go to the United States and Australia. Yeah, places that speak English. Yeah, how ridiculous is that? Yeah. Last year we actually did have a group of students who came to Moscow and St. Petersburg. So we're persuading them, we're convincing them they need to go to places where people speak different languages. Yeah, it's too easy to go to the United States.
They agreed with you, right? They agreed with you that they need to travel to other countries.
You know, the interesting thing is now we ask them to think about their skills when they go abroad and when they come back. So we don't just send them and then they come back. We send them and we ask them to think about whether they are more flexible and more open-minded. And we check, and they realise that they are. Yeah, because going abroad genuinely does make you more open-minded. And again, there's some more long words there. Ludmila asked me not to sell the programs too much to you. So I'm not selling anything here, okay? But maybe the last 3 slides are the closest that it will be to selling, okay? Because these are the courses that we offer. So if you come to our summer school, actually there's different courses. This is the one like Sergey did. But Sergey you came for a week, didn't you, yeah? Sergey came for a week to York. So, we want you to experience life outside the classroom. We think it's boring you just sitting, listening to someone like me talking to you. Yeah? You might fall asleep or start looking out of the window. So, our programs are experiential. We try to get you to experience life in another country. Okay? We have sessions on culture. I mean, there is language, but your level of English is already good, so you don't need much language. But we do sessions on culture as well, so you can understand the strange things that British people do, like drinking tea and scones and sandwiches on those. Did you go to Betty's, Sergey? Do you know what that place in York where they have tea and sandwiches? No, good, because I don't like it. But typical English. Yeah? Intercultural training. We give people training on how to understand different cultures. Academic and research skills. Research projects. You have to do a research project. And at the end of the course, you have to present to other people. Okay? Sergey did his with 3 other people. And I could show you the video, but I'm not going to. Yeah? And he compared Russian university to a British university in his presentation. And it was really good. Yeah? All the students who came last year had to do this presentation. And it's really good practice for you. Employability skills. So the kind of skills that I just talked about that you get from travelling, you can have sessions on those. Creativity, management skills. You have to write a journal. Yeah? Reflecting on your experience. And also you can visit different departments. Okay? I haven't been selling our programs. Only the last 3 slides when you came in, okay? And we have other summer schools where you can also get talks from staff at the university. So if you're interested in particular subjects, then you can have lectures from staff at the university. Okay, I think that's me finished. Is that timing quite good?
Yes.
Yeah? So, my main message is not like those people living in small holes under the ground. Explore the world and get out. Yeah? Whether it be York or France or China or York. Or York.